everybody, this is Pramita here, and I'm still doing the embellish with me kind of thing. This is the fifth part, I think so. And we are pretty close to the center of the journal. I need to do this very quickly, and I'm taking too long and talking too much. So I'm going to this time around. I'm going to alter a guest check, and you'll see how I do that. So there are several videos on YouTube, and since I'm working with limited supplies, I will do it my way. So here is a napkin that I have been using. I did use that in my last embellishment video, and I kind of like it. So I'm going to tear off the rest of what is left basically, and I'm going to use that on the guest check. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly, I'm not going to use the whole of the thing, and I am going to just add a little bit of glue so that it sticks initially, and then I can go back and do the rest. So I have this over here. I have this napkin, and I'm going to fix this a little bit. So I'm going to put glue on the, the rest of the portion where the glue is not there, and I'm going to just finish this off. So this is going to be the guest check, and I'm just going to trim off the rest. So I'm going to trim off the rest, and be very careful, because otherwise I might trim off parts of the guest check also, and that's not acceptable at all. So I have just used some tissue paper, and I'm going to use some fabric also and some lace. I'm not sure, but I kind of like this ruffle, and it's a very bright color, so I might go in with a tiny bit and not much. Yeah, so I'm going to put a tiny bit of ruffle over here, and maybe some more fabric. So I'm kind of like this lacy one, and I have been meaning to use this, but I'm not sure how will I use it. So I'm just going to trim off a little, and it has kind of rosette sort of thing on it, and I'm just going to add these. I hope I'm in frame, and I might add some lace also. So this is basically a cluster sort of thing, and I'm going to staple this. I'm not going to try and glue this part up. So here's the guest check, and this is pretty bulky sort of thing. And so what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on making it into a floating kind of thing. So if you want, you can move this and use it in any other way. So I'm not doing anything to the tea stained pages right now. I'm just going to add this to the back side and make this into a floating kind of proposition sort of thing. So I have my washies, the ones that I was using yesterday, last time, and I'm going to make this into a floating journaling card sort of thing. So I'm going to put this over here, and I'm just going to trim this part off so that I can write over here as well as journal, or if I want, I can make it into a pocket also. So I'll show how I do the pocket. I might do that. So I want to add a pocket sort of thing at the back, and pocket or a tuck spot, you can say. So what I can do is I can cover this up. I hope this is in frame and I can cover this part up because I have talked about this before. The staples bother me. I don't like them poking through, but I want the effect. So what to do? So I can also add vintage card over here. I do have quite a few that she has sent me, and I might use one of those. I'm going through the stash of cards that Ellie has sent me, so I might add this because this looks nice and I can do that. So I can put this sort of card over here, and I can put the glue on this side. So now I can put it over here. So now I have a pocket. So now I have a pocket at the back, and I can put things in as well as write, it's up to me how I do that. So this page is done, and I'm moving on to the middle. Now for the middle part of the signature, I'm not doing anything. I might do something on this page, but that needs to be seen. Like I can add a belly band or tuck spot. I can put it like so. So I think I like it like this. So I can put it like here. This will be a kind of pocket, but I need to do something different. Yeah. So I'm going through my stash of things and see if I had some corner punches. Oh god. So I had some corner punches that I want to use. Maybe I will, but let me go through them. I have this cool corner punch and another one. I'm just going through the stash of corner punches that I have. And I don't know, I can't find the other one. How typical. So, yeah, I found it. So I have this cool corner punch. I might add this to the corner, and you'll see how lovely they look. And I'm going to make this into a pocket. So I'm going to stick this over here and measure out some sort of, so I'm going to trim this part off and kind of punch the corner sort of thing. So I have this pocket sort of thing done, and now I can add this. I recently bought this and I'm so happy because it looks so wonderful. Yeah, so I can glue this down. This is like a pocket come belly band, and I'm just gluing it down, nothing else, no rocket science. So this is how it's going to look on the page, and I have that done. So I don't know how long this is going on for. Okay, so I still have some time, I think. So I'm not going to do anything on this page because I might cover this up with some kind of tea stained paper and write around it. And since I'm doing this as a challenge, I will not be using any stash of my own except the tools and stuff, the glue and whatnot. So I can make this into a tag. So what I need to do is this is another corner punch, and you'll see how pretty they look. And I have this done. I can punch over here and done. So this is a journaling card sort of thing that I have just done, and I can attach some lacy trim to this. I don't know. I need to. Okay, so I'm going to add this. So it's kind of wool sort of thing. So I'm going to add this. So I'm going to bunch this up a little bit so that it's like so. And I'm going to staple this. So it's done, and I have a journaling card sort of thing which I can put into any tuck spot sort of thing. Okay, so so I've messed up. No, so it's okay. I'm going to put it over here maybe, and that is done. So here I have the journaling card tag or whatever. I can put it somewhere else. So I'm keeping it over here till everything dries, and I can put it over here. So I can put this over here also, like so, and let it dry. So over here I need to trim the washi because it's poking out. Things going. So this is taking forever. I don't know how patient I can be with this prepping sort of thing. So now I'm going to work on another blank page. So this is a blank page and I want to work extensively on that. So first things first, I am going to put some music sheet as a background. And this is going to be a big background, mind you, because I'm going to work on both pages. Yeah, so this is, I think this is best. So this, I'm going to work on both pages at the same time and get things done. So this is how I'm going to layer up stuff, and I'm not going to layer a ton because I have limited supplies. I'm saying that again and again, I know, but that was my choice. So I might use some book page, some journaling cards or something of that sort. So I have some vintage book page kind of images that I can use. Some succulents. And I also have some other book page images, birds, and I'm just going through the stash basically. And some succulents like so. So I might use those. Okay. So what I can do is I can use parts of various things. So I'm going to trim this part up because I'm going to use the back image, not the front one. So I have this, and I'm going to layer this on a book page. So I'm going to maximize whatever stuff I have, and I'm going to tear this up. Once again, I'm tearing things up madly so that I can finish this. And that's how I like to do things. And I have tons of scraps here and there. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the scraps that Ellie has sent me. Now here are some of the scraps, and I am going to just see how they look on the backgrounds and work on them. I think I'm going to go with either this or this. I think this is looking better, or perhaps this. I have another background at the back. No, I'm not going to go with this. And There are some other backgrounds. I think I'm going to go with this. So it has a cool scripty kind of thing. I know this paper pack. This is Once Upon a Time, the name of the paper pack. And I think this is by BCWV. I'm not sure. So I'm going to glue this part up first. I'm not sure because I'm not sure about the size I want this to be. So I'm just going to tear this. So it's going to be like so. And once again, I'm creating a big mess kind of thing. So I know this is pretty hard, thick cardstock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score this lightly, and I'm going to place the score line in the hinge sort of section so that they close and open smoothly. There's no problem in it. And I'm also going to put in some book page, and I'm going to ink up the whole thing. So I'm going to move away my book pages because I've already created enough mess. And I'm going to bring out my stamp abilities, chalking sort of thing, and grunge up the whole thing a little bit. So it's kind of a tea dye color. I am not sure what color it is. I think it says brown, but I'm not sure. It can be something else. I'll check and say. So it's kind of, I kind of just lightly rub it and give it a kind of vintagey kind. The sponge is excellent quality, and that is why one of the reasons I use this. So I have this going on this page, and I'm trying to place it as well as possible. So kind of place it like so. So I'm not sure whether the hinge, so I'm just eyeballing the hinge, and I'm going to score that because otherwise it's a very thick cardstock. I won't be able to glue this down. So I'm going to glue this one at a time. My neighbors are doing some renovation work, and so they are creating a lot of noise. I'm extremely sorry about that, but I need to do this and get things going. Okay, so everything is falling off. I hope I'm within the time frame as well as the, the frame of the camera, whatever. So I'm going to place this like so, and I'm going to close the hinge sort of thing so that it closes up pretty well and folds up. And I know it's difficult, but it has to work. There are no two ways, so it's kind of difficult, and I'm going to make this work. I'm going to glue a little bit of this down, and I will go back once they dry off a little bit, and like, and I'm going to use my glue maybe a little bit more. So this is the kind of page it's looking, and I might add something to it. Like, I know this is very random, and I still need to see how much I have done. So I'm just going to glue this up. I'm going to ink this up a little bit, and I'm going to glue this up and get done. So I'm going to put something over here, maybe, yeah. So I'm going to put something over here, and like so, and get done. So this prep session is over, and we'll move on to the next. I hope I can finish this by the next one because it's taking too long and I'm end of my patience. So bye everybody, have a great day.